So this is the last part of this video series in which we are creating this COVID vaccination info app, and now I am within this main activity. So let me start working within this main activity. So now I have to implement here the dialog fragment, that is date picker dialog. Okay, dot on date select listener. Okay, good to go. And now I have to implement the method for this on date set listener. Okay, now I have to create some variables within the starting of the main activity, and let me just show you the API from which we have to fetch data, that is CoWIN public API, so that you can understand that from where the data is coming to this application. So I'm just searching for it, CoWIN API find by pin, and then we have these such results. So you have to believe or trust within the website having the suffix .gov.in. It's the official ones launched by Government of India. Okay, now you can see that this is the base URL that we have to follow up. Okay, and then we have these options here. These all APIs are GET API, so we don't have to post or put something here, we just have to use them. Okay, then we have this is endpoint of this API called find by pin that we need within our app. Okay, so first of all we have to copy this variable, this URL actually. Okay, so this URL we have to copy out. If it is not copyable, then I have to type it. Let me go within this Android Studio, and here I have to create those variables that I was talking about earlier. Okay, so base URL, I'm typing it here within the double quotes. Then you have to write https://cdnapi.co. then you have to write win again .in and then API v2, and here we need our endpoint actually. So we have to go to here again, and we have to copy out that find by pin endpoint. Just copy it and then paste it here. Remove this one double slash from there. Okay, so this is our base URL that we have. Okay, so now what I gonna do is to create few more variables like added text. This text box is for getting that pin code into it. Okay, so I am adding this, and then what we have here is to add that button, so forward button, and then after button we have to add progress bar also. So hold on progress, its name, and then we have array list that will be of type of vaccine model, the model class that we have created. We need data according to that. Okay, so vaccination center should be its name, then alt plus enter to import this library. Again we have this private and then recycler view, so name it as result recycler view here, result then recycler view. Okay, now we need string variables, and those string variable like area, pin, and then able date. Okay, so these things are almost done, and now what I have to do here is to just make some functions in which we do work, like map views, just to map XML views with Java views. Okay, so just doing it here. This is a professional way of doing things, like making packages, storing class within packages, then making functions for the simplest task, so that you are following up the OOPS principles. Okay, so get result, and then just I'm checking it out either we have imported the right one or not. Okay, it's for right one. Then just copying it by Control D. Okay, and then you have to change the names according to that. Okay, so I'm changing the name, like I have to go to and search for its name, particular name. What does it have? So let me check it out. I think it's a progress bar, so it should be here, and its ID is progress circular. I'll just copy it out and then we'll paste it here. Control V, successfully pasted out. And then we have area pin code, so let me map it like enter pin code. Okay, and then we have recycler view, so result recycler view, and then its ID was recycler view only, and these things are extra. So vaccination centers, and I'm just initializing the array here, so remove these lines, and then new array list. Okay, and vaccine model. Okay, fix the size for the recycler view. Set has fixed size, make it true. Okay, no issues. One more method. This method will be on click and then setup. So this is for on click setup. Just create this method. Within this method we'll just setting the on click for that forward button, and within this on click you have to just show the progress bar and then the date picker fragment. Okay, so that's a dialog fragment actually, TP, and then new pick date. Again what we have, TP dot show cat support fragment, and then pick a date. Okay, no issues, everything is fine from as of now. Okay, so this is done. Now what we have actually, we have to come within this. Let me remove this space, and then within this on date set. So I'm within this on date set, and here we'll be getting the data from the calendar K, then calendar.get instance. Okay, then we'll be working on that K dot set calendar dot first of all year, and then year. Okay, then I have to copy this 3 times, change it to month, and this is also to be month, and the next one is to be day, so it should be day of the month, and here it's also be day of the month. Okay, no issues. Now the simple date format, we have to show the date in a particular format so that user can understand it. So what format that we are going to follow up, like date, month, and then year. Okay, separated by dash. Date format dot set time zone, and then get time zone from here, like z is should be k dot get time zone. Okay, now what I gonna do is to go for the string date t. So date format pass key dot get time within this. Okay, no issues. Right now what I gonna do is to set up a method called setup is being made in which the date is pass out. So just create this, and this method was able to call the API. Okay, so now we have make it available date d. Then we are making a final method called fetch data now. Okay, so create this method first of all, and after creating this method, what we gonna do is to make some variables here. Also we gonna need Volley library for API call. Okay, so for now we have this list and I have to clear it, so I'm clearing this list right now. Then we have to get the text from added text box to a string, so I am doing that, get text, then changing it to now we have to make a string request here. So first of all, what we have URL API, so we have stored within that base URL. Then we have got the pin code. I think let me check it. Okay, so it is pin code only, as you can see that pin code and date. Okay, so what I gonna do is to go back within the Android Studio, and instead of that area pin we have to enter pin code here. So it is pin code. Okay, equals to 10. What I gonna do is to plus it, and then we have a date, so plus then area pin. Okay, as we have to also concatenate the area pin that we are getting from that added text, then date. Okay, and again we have available date. Okay, so URL API is done, and now what we have is to make request to the API, but for that we need Volley. So we have to go to the web browser to search for Volley. Okay, then we'll be requesting this. Okay, so let me go to build Gradle, and here we have to add that Volley library. So here I will be searching for it, and let me go to the Google, and here I will be searching for Volley Android, and then let me check where it should be on the first page. I think, yeah, click on this first result and then just scroll it. Okay, so here you can see that you just have to copy this implementation line from here and paste it. Okay, then click on sync now. Okay, so it is taking few moments, so we have to wait for few time here, and then we have string request from this Volley, and we're gonna make a request to the API, string request, and then we have request dot method dot we are using get. Okay, as the API is get API, and then the URL, and now the new response is listener, and within the on response you have to add try catch. Okay, so here it is showing error, also add semicolon here. Okay, and for now let me add try. and afterwards I will be adding the catch here. Okay, then exception E, again E dot print stack trace. Okay, now within that try block, what I need to do is that add that JSON object and fetch the JSON array, and from that array store the details within our list. Okay, so I'm making the JSON object here and passing the response into it. Okay, now the JSON array, so name it as session array. Okay, and then object dot get JSON array, and here we have session that we are receiving in the API. Okay, now we have to traverse this session array and fetch information from it. So we have to make a for loop for it, I++. Then what I gonna do here is JSON object, then ses object, just a variable name, and then session array dot get JSON object and pass I to it. And here we gonna make the model object, so that model class that we have made out, that object we are making right now. Then what I wanna do is vaccine model dot will be just setting out the data from here. So set, then vaccine center. Okay, and now ses object dot get string, and in a string we are getting what, the name. Okay, then just you have to copy it and paste it, copy it and paste it. Okay, here you have to just change the method name and that endpoint. Okay, so we have this set dot vaccination center address, and here we have to pass out the address, and then within this we have different like set vaccination timings. Okay, and here we have to like to from, and then the timing, second timing is vaccine center time. Okay, then from and to, like it's a time validation from this time to this time. Okay, then we have vaccine name. We have to make sure that we are using set methods only, not get methods. So vaccine name is there, so just type vaccine here. Okay, and then we have vaccine charges, and it is vaccine nation, and then charges. Okay, so now we have actually this is not correct. Vaccination charge is not the endpoint or the object name. So what's the attribute name? Let me check it. It is fee underscore type. Okay, then we have a vaccination center, and within this vaccination center we have to change it to what is left out. The only thing is left out, age. Okay, so here the min age limit. Okay, then we have ability, so gone for the availability of the vaccine, and then available capacity is there. Make sure you are writing the spellings correct, you are typing the spelling correctly. Okay, capacity. Okay, no issues, everything is good to go. And now what I gonna do next is to check with these like this available date is there. Okay, so now we have to set the adapter also. Okay, so vaccination adapter, then adapter. Okay, cat application context pass, and then the list. Okay, no issues. And then result recycler view, set layout manager, then linear layout manager. Okay, and then get application context. Then we have this set adapter and pass out this vaccination info adapter. Okay, and then we have this hold on progress dot set visibility and make it invisible, as we got the response from the API. Okay, so now we have these curly braces, and we have few errors also. Copy this line and paste this within this catch block. If we don't get data, or we fall into that catch block, then that hold on progress var will also be invisible. Okay, so now this is the on response and here we have to add on error method also. So what we gonna do is, let me check out, and then we have to add this comma, then new response error listener, and within this error listener we have to print out the error message. So we can use, first of all we'll just invisible this progress bar, then we gonna make a toast, and within the toast we'll be printing out that error message that we are getting. Okay, so the error message, and then toast dot length short, and then show it, make it show only. Okay, no issues. Let me see what else errors that we are fetching, but before that we have to make the request for the queue, as the data will come within packets. So it is volley.new, then we are requesting the queue, then passing this to it, then request queue dot add, and we have to add a string request to it. Okay, we have lots of extra space from here, so I'm removing it. And then we also got some errors. Two errors are there, so let me check. Okay, one error is there, so it is because of SDK. So we'll just go to build Gradle and change the min label from 23 to 26. Okay, so just scroll it above and change min SDK 23 to 24. Okay, then this error will go away. Okay, then one error is left out, and it's also a very silly error. We have forgot to add new, so insert new here, and then we'll get one more error within the same line. Okay, we are passing the context, but it is taking linear layout inflator. Okay, so we'll go to this adapter and we'll change this. We have this within the constructor, so we have to change the constructor parameter first of all, and the parameter is layout inflator. Remove it, add context instead of it, and then a space am context. Okay, alt enter, and then here also we have to change this line little bit, like layout inflator dot from, and then passing the context to it. Okay, no issues, everything is good, and I'm within this model. Whether I have to go back to the main activity and we'll check out if there is any error. I think all the errors are resolved right now. So let me go to this main activity So now there are no errors, only warnings are there. I'm just scrolling it from top to down, okay, so that if you have messed up at anywhere, then you can correct your code. Okay, after that I will be also running this app, installing this within the real device, and will show you the result on screen. Okay, so now what I gonna do is here, like, just click on that run button, and but before that I have to add 2 lines here for like window feature, or you can you don't have to add these lines. If you want to add, then you can add it. It's just for feature node title, and then this, then we have this set flags, and then layout params according to the Windows manager. Okay, these lines are optional. Okay, if you don't add these lines, then your app will also run, or you can add these lines. Okay, like layout params, and then this flag full screen. Okay, then I'll be just clicking on that. What we have is like, we have a run button, and we'll check. Okay, there's also one error. So go to within this pick date, we have returned a wrong statement, so we have to correct it, like new, then date, and then date picker dialog, and now get activity. Again, what I gonna do here is to pass date picker dialog dot on that, then you have to just get activity, and then year, then month, and then day. Okay, so it is also corrected. Now we can run this. Okay, so I've clicked on the run button, Gradle is building, and the application is there. So I'll just search for this and click on search button, choose the date, click on OK. It is not showing data, there is some error. I have to scroll it and check the error. It's a runtime or logical error. Let me see it. Okay, so I've added I have forgot to add this vaccine model object into our list. That's why that object list of object is empty. So how will you able to see the data? That's a very silly mistake. I have to correct it. Dot add, and then add this model into it, and then run the application again, and you will able to get the results. Okay, so I'm running it, and here I am searching for like this, and then click on search button, choose the date, click on OK. You will able to see the data. So here you can see the data, the vaccination center name, its address, timing, vaccination name, vaccine name, and then its price, and store capability of the vaccines, and then for the ages, like up to which age there. Again, I'm searching for second one, pin code, or you can check out the pin code of your area also. I'm checking on different pin codes. So on some pin code it will not show data also, because there is no vaccination drive is going on. That's why. So I'm searching for now Hyderabad. Let me check it. Okay, here you can see that. Then store is 0, and vaccination is paid. Here you can see that no free. Now again one more, let me search and click on this. Also you can choose the future date and check. Now again one more, choose date, and okay, you can see that vaccination is free. Again, Covishield is the vaccine that is provided there. And now let me check for another and then it is not there actually, so change it and okay, choose different date, so it is also there for this, and this is I think for Lucknow. Again I have to search for different pin codes, like I am doing it for Gurgaon. Okay, so here you can see that, like sector 43 Gurugram, and then Covishield is the vaccine name. Again we have to change the pin code and we'll check for different ones, like this is the one. Again I will change the pin code and check for the different one. Okay, so let me see for this pin code. It is for Jaipur, and then we have different pin codes, and on different dates you have to check the app is working, and it is working good. Okay, again you can see that this is also working. Okay, no issues, everything is good to go here. Again I am checking on different and date and pin code. Click on OK, like this, choose different date. Here you can see that it's for Nainital, Uttarakhand. Okay, again we'll be checking on the different pin code, like it is working, we know, but I'm just testing it out so that you can see that it's for Aligarh, Uttar Pradesh, and then different date. On different date different centers are allocated, you can see that. So this is all.